In a chilling twist of fate, Tiffany and her new boyfriend's world is about to unravel as they confront the unsettling truth that they thought they had buried for good. As the shadows of their darkest secrets loom larger, Tiffany and Paul must grapple with the harrowing realization that they may not be able to escape the consequences of their actions any longer. On April 26, 2014, Tiffany Powell, who was 33 at the time, had teamed up with her new boyfriend Paul, 38 at the time, to murder her ex and father of her 5 of 8 children, with the pure intent of revenge for allegedly beating her and her children from time to time. Here is how each of their interrogations went.
Today, we've been there for like 3 weeks, and we've been washing our clothes, and we just decided, because
you've been on Monota for 3 weeks.
I came from a domestic violence shelter and went to there, but both me and Paul, like when I came out of the domestic violence shelter, I stayed out in the car for about a week, so we had a lot of clothes and stuff. So I asked him if we could wash clothes, and we were.
Well, you asked who if you could wash clothes.
Paul. I'm scared of basements, so I had him to put the clothes in the washing machine.
To come over tonight and put the clothes in the washing machine?
Well, he's there every night. It's just that I asked him to.
Tonight, because you were afraid to go in the basement, you asked Paul to go downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
And tonight was the first night I ever was in the basement. So he was down there, and he kept talking, and I kept saying, I can't hear you. And I left the back door open, and I started to go down the stairs, and I didn't exactly see who came through the door. And then I kind of got around the corner, and I said,
around the corner in the basement?
Yes, I said, somebody's in here. And he started coming down the steps. He must have saw me from the bottom because the light was on down there.
Who must have? You got to use names.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
James Harris. And then Paul, James Harris said something, I can't remember exactly what he said, but Paul grabbed him and he was like, something about, get off me, man, get off me. And then I went up the stairs and called, and I did see, before I went upstairs, I did see him have something shining. I didn't know it was a gun or anything. I thought it was a knife. And I still don't even know if it's real or not, because I don't know him to have guns. Well, but anyway, I saw him to have something silver, and then I went upstairs, and then I called the police. So things got quiet while I was on the phone. I eventually went down there, and there was a light bulb, broken, and that's how I cut my foot down there. And James Harris has this, all I could see was a little part of a silver thing sticking out of his hand. And Paul was trying to hold his hands, and then
She seems to have a pretty tight-knit story until she runs out of things to say.
I said, you want me to get that out of his hand? And he was like, he didn't say anything actually. He just started breathing heavy or whatever. And then he kept saying, did you call the police? And the police was on the phone, so they could hear everything that was going on. 911. I've been on the run for like 5 to 6 years. I lost my kids because I kept my kids out of school because I've been running from him. And every time he finds out where I live at, he comes there. And when I used to live with him, he used to, just for the simplest thing, like somebody saying hi to me outside or whatever. And, he broke my nose before. And what he would do was he would call shots to one of his daughters or something down or whatever to be a witness or whatever to lie for him so he can go ahead and do whatever he wanted to do to me. You know what I mean? But I lost my kids because I've been running from him for 5 years. I kept my kids out of school.
So I want to be clear.
Okay.
You're in the basement with Paul.
Yes.
And all of a sudden he just shows up out of nowhere?
The door was open like this much and he just came in.
The door at the top of the stairs?
At the top of the stairs.
So he came in the back door?
The back door.
How do you know he came in the back door?
Because we don't go out the front door, and I didn't hear anything on the steps or in the ceiling or anything.
So really, you don't know what door he came in.
The
You just
front
know
door
it
was
there.
locked. The front door,
So
to the house.
maybe he picked it or something.
I never known him to pick it. He might use a credit card. Yeah, I guess.
My point being, you didn't see him come in the back door. You don't really know what.
No, I seen the door open. I said somebody's in here.
Oh. Who was all over at your house today?
It was me and Paul.
Is there anybody else there?
No.
Her story definitely has some inconsistencies. Her ex James had no reason to go into that house, but Tiffany did have a motive that would result in her getting custody of all her children. The detective believed that she lured James to their home so Paul could do the dirty work and get rid of them.
Tonight.
Everything.
Listen,
Okay.
Let's not play the game,
you
okay?
get yourself in a lot of trouble. Okay, so you need to start telling us the truth.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
You're not telling us the truth, and you're about to go down a road that you don't want to go.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Now, obviously, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I really do. I understand, sir.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and tell us the truth?
He didn't show up and just walk into your house
That's not what
unassisted.
happened.
That's not what happened. We already know that's not what happened.
I was in the basement when he came and pushed the door open. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Try again.
I was in the basement. I don't even have anybody. I don't have anybody but my mother. My mother is the only person that I have in life.
Well, like I said, we have multiple witnesses, not just one.
If you want to go with the story that you're going with, that's fine. But
It can lead to murder charges, is what it can lead to.
So what I'm saying is you might if you didn't know what was going to happen to him, if this was just going to be a thought and somebody else took it too far, and you're not involved in that part, you need to tell us now, okay?
I couldn't have
Hold on.
him
Oh,
my
shit.
address. Sure.
Listen, okay? If things got out of hand and went too far, and it wasn't your fault that they went too far, then I can understand that, and we can work with that.
Oh, I understand.
Okay, but with what you're doing right now, being untruthful with us, we cannot work with that. Okay? There's nothing we can do to help you then. Okay, and I want to help you. Okay? I do. But you're going to have to help me help you. Okay?
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Okay, then why don't you, if you understand what I'm saying, why aren't you helping us help you? Because you're digging yourself a hole here, and it's getting deeper and deeper, and pretty soon I'm not going to be able to help you.
James was called and lured to that house.
Who's calling what?
He was called on the phone, and he was lured to that house.
By who?
That's what we're asking you. Somebody came out of your house and met him in the driveway, walked him around the back of your house.
By the end of tonight, we will know everything, and the thing is you would rather be on our side than not on our side.
I can tell you this, me or Paul did not know that he was coming. We did not know at all.
Then who brought him there?
I swear to God.
Then who brought him there?
I'm trying to tell you, I think he knew where it was at a couple days ago, sir.
Somebody brought him there with phone calls tonight.
Then maybe he came there, was just going to go ahead and just kill me. Didn't know Paul was there because Paul, like I said, parked his car way far away.
Mm-hmm.
Came there to just kill me or talk to me or something to get me back there. And then things didn't work out right.
So he was going to go and kill you with your 5 children in the car.
That's a cover-up. I've been sitting here thinking about it.
I think that's a nice try, a nice effort on your part. I don't believe it.
I'm trying.
And he was lured there, and we're going to. By the end of the night, we'll have a name. And you are going to be in trouble along with that person that we.
Just keep in mind that he's not an innocent man.
Okay.
But after hearing all that Tiffany had to say, the detectives then went to Paul to see if their stories add up.
Okay, so you're at the house tonight.
Yeah.
Tell me about what happened at the house.
Right. She's got OCD. Okay. We go through a lot of different rituals to get inside the house, to do all kind of things. Okay. If you went there, you see stuff in the sink, like bags of clothes. If you go in the house, there's no clothes in the house because they don't mind they're dirty. Thank you. They have to be washed. I was going in the basement, going to wash clothes or whatever. We had clothes in the wash. I was gonna go and move them to the dryer. And That's when I heard the noise. I didn't know if it was her or what was going on, because she's been slipping in the tub and stuff, you know.
Sleeping in the tub?
Slipping,
Okay.
like falling.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure she didn't fall or whatever. I didn't know what was going on. I just ran upstairs and here he's coming. He's coming in with the fucking gun, coming down the stairs. And like, what the fuck, you know, I didn't know. I'm just screaming, calling, cops calling. We're fighting in the basement.
Okay, no, but when you first saw him, where were you?
Coming up the stairs.
How far? Where on the stairs?
I don't know, maybe midway, not even. Where was she at? I was running. I don't know, I thought she was in the garage. I didn't know if she was in the garage or if she was in the house. I was in the basement. She does her little ritual things, and sometimes, you know, you never know what she's doing. I was going downstairs to change some clothes over from the washer to the dryer.
Mm-hmm.
And I just saw a guy coming in the back door with a gun.
Okay.
I didn't even realize who it was until after, you know what I mean? I didn't even realize, I'm just fighting.
Right.
I was just really upset, really scared. She put the baby and him with a gun. I was just scared. That's, you know, I just wanted to defend myself.
Right.
Her, you know, that's all I can, you know.
So you guys met on the steps.
Yeah, we met on the steps.
When you're on the steps, did you realize who he was?
No.
Okay.
Because I had just turned the lights off. I was on my way going upstairs anyway. I had just turned the light off. I was going upstairs, heard the bang. I wanted to start running, and you know, boom, here he comes.
When did you first see her during all this?
Yeah.
After it was over?
Kind of like, it was like I blacked out. I was calling her. I was screaming her name. She came downstairs. She turned the light on, and I told her, help me get the gun away from him, because he would not let go of the gun. And I'm sitting there fighting him. I'm like, please let go of the gun, let go of the gun, let go of the gun. And they go screaming and hollering. And he's screaming and hollering, I'm going to kill you and this, that. And I'm just screaming, please put the gun down. I'm banging his head on the ground. I'm trying to get anything to get the gun out of his fucking hand. And I don't know if he finally dropped it and she kicked it away, or did I knock it away? I don't really remember. I just remember seeing the gun and acting on it. That's all I can remember.
So you guys eventually get down into the basement, and it's dark.
We're falling into the basement pretty much, you know.
Okay. Describe what happens in the basement during the fight.
I'm trying to get the gun out of his hand.
Okay.
I'm trying to fight him to get the gun out of his hand.
Did you guys eventually tumble to the ground?
Yeah, it didn't take long. We were on the ground pretty fast.
Okay. So you guys were wrestling on the ground.
Pretty much, yeah.
And like you said, it seemed like 10, 15, 20 minutes you were fighting.
It could have been longer. It seemed like an eternity.
Okay. And eventually the lights turn on, and that's when Tiffany comes down.
Yeah, she turned the lights on, yeah.
Okay. Where was Tiffany at during all after he stopped moving?
She went to let the police inside, I think. I told her to open the garage up, because they, you know, in the front, just open the garage, let them in.
Right.
You know, I think she was just to tell them where she was, because I don't know if they knew exactly where to go, or if she gave them the address. I didn't know.
Okay.
Their stories are already pretty inconsistent. Tiffany claimed James had a knife in his hand, while Paul claims it was a gun. Tiffany also claimed that she was in the basement with Paul when all this was going down. However, Paul claims that she was elsewhere in the house during the tussle. These detectives are not going to let them off the hook for this one. Here is them confronting Paul of the inconsistencies.
Okay, we talked with Tiffany, and her rendition of what happened is quite a bit different. Is there any explanation as to why?
I have no idea. I have no clue. I was in the basement, like I said, so I have no idea. Because, like I said, I was in the basement. She was in the garage or in the house. I don't know if she was. Usually, she has to take a shower before she does anything in the house. I didn't know if she was in the shower or if she was still in the garage doing something. I have no idea where she was at.
Who all was in the house with the two of you?
Just me and Tiffany.
Another female?
There was some lady came in with the cops. I don't know who she was. She was plain clothes. I don't know who she was. Some lady.
Before the police were there?
No, just me and her. Tiffany, she don't even come. She don't want people to come over because she doesn't want people to walk into the house. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She doesn't.
Here's the thing, man. I'm just gonna break it down for you. We have evidence, phone records, that shows that somebody lured him over to that house. Okay?
Somebody called him and had him.
That I have no idea about that at all.
Okay, here's the thing. Alright? That has the power to get you in a lot of trouble.
Say what?
That has the power to get you in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
A lot.
The man coming over with a gun in my house.
Hold on. The thing is that somebody called him and brought him to
that. I have no idea about that. I have no clue about that.
Hold on. Somebody called him and got him to come over to that house. He called them when he was pulling up at the house to verify that he was at the right spot. That person came out the front door of that house, met him in the driveway. And that person walked him around the back of the house, and that's how he got in.
See, because now we have people telling us that, then we have the phone to match the calls up to what people are telling
There
us.
was no call from me.
No, but there was calls from his phone that match what these witnesses are telling us, so we know it's true.
I have no idea about that.
Okay, but here's the thing, if he was lured from that house,
That had nothing to do with me.
they make things a heck of a lot different.
Terrified of him. She's terrified of this guy.
The question is, who was it that was at that house tonight with the two of you that called him to lure
There was
him?
nobody there besides her and I that I know of. Unless, like I said, unless she let the neighbor in. Maybe it was the neighbor. I don't know if she was talking to the neighbor or whatever. She asked people questions about, like, is there any bugs over here? She's got a problem, you know. She does all kind of different crazy things that most people wouldn't do, you know. I have no idea. I was in the basement getting the laundry. I was going to put the laundry from the washer to the dryer or whatever, put some more clothes in the washer. I was actually going to take the clothes I had on off and put them in there too, because if you went in the house, you'll see there's no clothes in there. There's certain things that don't come in the house, you know, most things don't come in the house, cell phones, things like that. If you can't put it in the shower, it don't go in the house. So
where does everything stay?
it stays.
Well, I mean, I don't know that for sure. We gotta go talk to some people. But the problem is that y'all two statement doesn't match, and then we got this other stuff going on. So
Witnesses outside that are telling us completely
I don't know what was going on outside. Did Tiffany talk to the neighbors outside? I have no idea.
Well, I honestly believe that somebody, either her or you or the both of you know, called him, lured him to the
On
house.
the record, you can see who was on the phone.
Yeah, we're working on that now.
It wasn't me.
Hold on.
it doesn't matter if it was you or not. That's
Hold on. The point is I believe that it was planned to bring him over. Now, whether you were involved in that plan, you had knowledge of that plan, or it was done outside of your knowledge. But the plan was to bring that man over to the house, lure him to the back of the house, and then what happened. So we're trying to figure out who it was.
The plan was to get a man with a gun into my house.
Well, I don't think
We don't have
understanding.
anything to say that was his gun yet. We don't have anything to say that.
And we don't know.
It's not registered or anything. I don't know.
I don't know. We're working.
Anything to say that was his
The
gun.
thing is that maybe the plan was that we didn't know he was going to show up with a gun.
All we know is
There was no plan.
all we know is we got a dead guy in the basement and people lying to us.
I really didn't want for that to happen. The guy's been a pain in my ass for ever since we've been together, but I didn't want that to happen. I just wanted to get the gun out of his hand. That's it. I don't want to die. I don't want my unborn child to die.
And I understand that. The question is, who was it that called him that brought him to that house?
That man knows a lot of people. He knows more people than I do. He's an older guy. He knows like everybody. I think
Your statement and her statement are so different. I mean, I'm not talking about a little difference where you
We're not talking
don't know if she kicked it or you kicked it or something little like that. We're talking about they are so materially different that they both can't be true. It's impossible.
The detective then got a call that there was indeed a burner phone that had been dumped in the backyard. And that phone was the one used to make multiple calls to James that same evening, eventually luring him to his horrific death. This is how they presented Tiffany and Paul with the evidence.
Hi.
Just how it's gonna go.
Okay.
Found at your house.
In the yard.
The phone used to call him to lure him to the house.
We have his phone. That phone number called his phone. That's the phone he's talking to when he arrives at your house. And the phone's in your yard. We know he was lured there.
Dad, can you turn it on?
Sure.
I bet you any amount of money, if you look at, there's a picture of my daughter on it. Because there's been several, they cost $10. Okay. And if you had even looked at my messaging, I've given my daughter so many phones, but I don't think that's the phone that my daughter had.
I know it's not.
Okay,
We've already looked at
can I look at it?
No.
Can you turn it on and show me the
Well,
number?
there's no phone. It's a track phone. There's no pictures. There's no camera. It happens. This isn't the first case that we've had where people have dropped evidence
You
accidentally.
guys actually think I want him dead? You think
Yeah.
I'm about to have a baby? I don't want.
Not yet.
You caused him to be lured to your house tonight, and he is dead. Whether you wanted him or dead or not is irrelevant.
Why was this phone calling him, trying to sell him a car from your house?
There was nobody from my house calling him, sir. But I do not want him dead. I did not want him dead at all.
Then why was the person on this phone calling him, getting him to come to your house?
I don't have any persons.
No. Answer my question. Don't run around in circles. Why was the person calling from this phone, calling his phone, telling him to come to your house?
You know, I told you guys I don't want my address out. Okay? would not have him come there. And you say you believe that I want him dead. At least he, kind of thinks that maybe I didn't want him dead because I didn't want him dead.
Or maybe you wanted him to show up at the house so you could call the police and say he was harassing you.
For what?
Could you get your kids back?
I'm going to get him back anyway.
Listen, if that's what it was, if you were just, it got out of hand, you need to tell us now. Because you're running out of options. Like I told you, we're going to prove it. Okay? You're going to end up in prison. No, I don't think you understand.
No, sir, I do really understand what you're saying, sir.
So why don't you tell us the truth now?
I'm not lying.
Okay.
Sir,
We're just
please.
No, you dug your hole. You don't want to climb out of it. You don't want to be honest. That's what. No, you're not trying at all.
Please.
No.
Can I call a lawyer or somebody? When can I use the phone?
Time is
It's time for you to start being honest. That's what time it is.
We found a phone that was calling that man's phone that lured him to your house. He's laying in the yard.
I didn't know about that.
Okay? You still killed him after he was lured to your house.
I did not know that. I did not.
It doesn't matter if you knew it or not.
Who lured him there?
That's what we're asking you.
Listen.
I don't know.
If
You don't have them? Oh my God. I didn't know that he was lured.
We're gonna have them. We're gonna have them because we have the phone. We're getting their DNA off the phone right now, and we're gonna have them, and they're gonna tell on you guys so fast.
I have no idea about that at all. I have no idea. I just know a guy breaks into my house with a gun and I'm trying to defend myself. That's all that I know. If someone called him and lured him there, that I had no idea
He
about
didn't
that
break
at all.
into your house. He didn't break into your house. There's no sign that anybody broke into anything.
I said
He was walked around your back of your house by another girl.
I had no clue of that.
Bullshit.
Oh my God.
It is time for you to tell the
If
truth.
you're gonna lock me up, just lock me up, okay? Just call me. I ain't got nothing else to say because I don't know about that. That if I have no clue, I can't tell you. Okay? I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I do not know. I truly do not know. Whatever whatever street that is, just get it over
Why
with,
don't you
man.
just-
I'm tired and I'm ready to go to sleep. You know, I don't feel good. I've been here for 7 hours. I have no idea how long I've been here. I'm ready to go. I didn't mean to hurt anybody. I didn't want to hurt anybody. None of that was on my shit for the day, yesterday or any other day. I have no idea about that damn phone. If you found it, it could have been anybody's phone. Could have been the neighbor's. People walk through the yard all the time. I don't know whose phone it is.
Why would your neighbors?
I didn't make anybody.
Hold on. Why would your neighbors call Tiffany's ex-boyfriend and tell him to come to the house?
I didn't say
I mean,
That
that phone is the one that called him. We already verified that.
Okay.
This phone is the one that
I've
called
never
him.
seen that phone. I have an Android phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tiffany has an Android phone.
Are you willing to give us permission to search through your phone?
Yes. Go ahead. I'm already in custody. Go through my phone.
Okay.
I mean, is there any way we can just speed this up?
Yeah,
I know
we
you're
are.
locking. You're taking me to jail. Can we just get that? I have to go back to the bathroom too. Can I go,
Okay.
please?
Both Tiffany and Paul would shortly be charged with murder after their interrogations. During their trial, Paul agreed to testify against Tiffany and mentioned that she met another woman at a homeless shelter, where they came up with the plan to get James to violate a protection order which they did not know was no longer valid at the time. However, their plan went sideways when James and Paul had broken out into an argument, leading Paul to beat him to death. Tiffany then received a sentence of life in prison with possible parole after 30 years. Paul was sentenced to life in prison with a possibility of parole after 15 years.